Yo, what's up, you guys? Pwnsweet here today, and today well, it's always me today. It's always me here, not just today. Anyway, um, today we're talking about why I don't like Super Mario 3D World, whatever it's called, on the Wii U. Some of you guys will know that I have the game. I don't know why, I don't know how. I think I mentioned it at some point in one of my commentaries, but yes, I have Super Mario 3D World, and I got it about 2 weeks ago, and I haven't played it very much. I have played it, but not very much. I don't like it. I don't like it, and I'm going to talk today about why I don't like it. And I know that's absolute blasphemy because it's been getting like tons and tons of good reviews all over the web. Now, this commentary is not going to just be able to be done in 6 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this on another video after this. So please check that one out as well if you want to get the whole story. So let's get straight onto it because I don't have much time. And there's a lot of stuff I need to talk about. So, first of all, we got to go back and have a look at where I sort of started gaming and what a Mario game is to me, because that's really important. I can imagine that people who are playing Mario 3D World for their the first Mario game they've ever played will love the game. There's no doubt. And you got to understand that liking a game is something that's subjective and it depends on your experience and your culture and tons of stuff that you can't even begin to imagine. So some people are going to like it and some people aren't. And I respect that if some people like it, they do. And that's cool. That's fine. But I don't like it. And today it's about me. I'm selfish. So I'm talking today about why I don't like this game. Now, I started playing Mario games on the Nintendo. The original Nintendo, I played Super Mario Bros. 1. Okay, then I moved on and played Super Mario Bros. 2. And I'm talking about the real Super Mario Bros. 2 here, which is Lost Levels, not Doki Toki Panic that was shoehorned to make it a Mario game or whatever. If you want to know more about that, you can search it up, I think, on YouTube. I'm sure there's tons of stuff about it. But I played Super Mario Bros. 2, the fake one, and then I played the real one. And, those games sort of just evolved on Super Mario Bros. 1, with more difficulty and extra, like, mushrooms and stuff, slightly better graphics or whatever here and there, but that's it. Then Super Mario Bros. 3 came out, and that was a radical change. You had new power-ups that you didn't have in the first two games. You had better graphics, you had much larger. You had a world map, which is cool. You could like choose stages and stuff. There was more exploration, more secrets, cloud worlds and things, secret worlds, all sorts of awesome stuff, right? And that was great. I liked that. Then you came Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World, which introduced Yoshi, and tons of other stuff as well. It sort of built on the world map mechanic. Gave the world map names. It gave the world map like a more personality, more like thing. You could see that the world maps were like all interconnected and stuff. It was awesome, right? It was great. It was again an evolution, like a small little evolutionary step on top of what had come beforehand. Then you had nothing. You kind of had Yoshi's Island, but that doesn't really qualify as a Mario game. And then out came Super Mario Bros. 64 on Nintendo 64, and that was a huge change, right? It took everything that was great about the Mario games, and one of the cool things about the Mario games before Mario 64 was that Mario games were about exploration. They were about discovery. It's about finding something like that wasn't there, or like trying something and then seeing an unexpected result. That's what made Mario games really, really cool. And then Mario 64 took that and took it into 3D. And it was not only awesome in that respect, it was awesome because it was like the first 3D platformer ever. You had this new control stick, you had all this new cool stuff. You could control the camera. Never something that you even considered before that. It was just amazing, right? But it was very different also from the previous games. Obviously, it was 3D now. It wasn't 2D. It was a platformer, not a side scroller. You didn't get to the end of the level to finish the level. There was no start and end. It was now objective based. So do something to get a star, right? There was no flagpole. So it was very different in that respect as well. And I think that's where I said, it was at that point when I played Mario 64 that I said, okay, it looks like I'm done now. I've done everything I want to do in the 2D platforming space. By moving up to Mario 64, it's now, I've kind of like left that behind me. I've got it out of my system now. I don't need to do any more platforming. It's done. And now I'm moving over to a new experience, which is that of a 3D world where I can explore and discover at my own pace and do whatever I want in this 3D world. and it was awesome. I loved it. It was great. Hub world, you know, jumping into paintings, all that. Great game, awesome game. The definitive Mario game in my personal opinion. Then came Mario Sunshine, and Mario Sunshine did exactly what Mario Brothers 2 did on top of Mario Brothers 1. It evolved Super Mario 64. It took that exploration, it took that hub world, and made it bigger, made it better graphics and more exploration. It added FLUDD, which gave you new game mechanics, just like Yoshi did on top of Mario 3. And away it went. Like, you had basically the Mario 64 experience. And that game was great. That game was awesome in my opinion. Just as awesome as Mario 64, in fact, except that I didn't like the music as much. I think the music took a step backwards. But other than that, I thought it was pretty much a great evolution on top of Mario 64. And this is where it starts getting a bit tricky, or rather sticky, with the next 3D Mario game, which was, as you guys all know, Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii. And I think I'm going to leave that for the next commentary because I have run out of time. But that takes us up to like where Mario for me went from being an awesome beloved series to a series that I just couldn't get into anymore. So I'll talk to you guys again next episode.